tells no lies. I could lie all day with with what I say, but my face, baby, I be like,
yeah,
I'm fine. I'm okay with you. And you can tell I'm not. So I just stopped lying. I just been like, I'm like, I just stop lying because there's no point. My face lets it go every time. So I might as well just tell you the truth.
I am absolutely the same way. My face is a teleprompter. It
Mm-hmm.
will say what I am not saying, whether there are words coming out of my mouth or not.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just choose to go with the truth. There's no way to hide it. And it's just going to have to be what it is. And if I give you my fuck off face, I'm sorry, but take a moment and rewind, replay the situation that just happened. I'm sure you'll figure out.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I've been a person who, like, everybody else's happiness comes before mine. Stranger, family, friend, acquaintance, like everybody's happiness came before mine. Everybody's comfort. I would be uncomfortable. It's fine. I'll be uncomfortable because I can take the uncomfort. I know you can't, so I'll make sure you're comfortable. And I got to a point where I'm 36, so I got to a point where, and I like maybe in my late 20s where I was like,
time out. 36?
Yeah.
Boy,
I know.
Melanin just be melanin.
I be telling people, once I lose the stomach, you ain't gonna be able to hold me. Like, it's me personally.
You do not look.
She drinks a lot of water. She takes care of her skin. Okay, she exfoliates. Exfoliation is key, folks.
Come on.
Let's get that dead skin away. But water, and honestly, I tell people all this all the time. Genetics. Because my grandmother was like in her 80s, like mid 80s, and didn't look like she was. So like genetics is just tip top. Once I get this inflammation down, because she bloating right now. But once she get this inflammation down, baby, I be trying to tell people once she get back to her workout era, she start tightening up. She gonna be a problem. And I told somebody, I was like, that's probably why God won't let me lose weight, because he was just like, you already a mess, so we don't need you. We don't need you to be another one, an extra mess
and a problem.
I'm like, you're right. It's cool. I do love me being a little fluffy though. You know what I'm saying? I can't lose too much weight. Can't be a bobblehead out here.
Oh boy.
I've seen it.
I've come to enjoy my fluffy body. I think right now my biggest goal is just to increase my strength and flexibility because of what I'm doing all of the time. I want to be able to be better and have, like a better range of motion, and to be able to be stronger, to do more things, or just to have more endurance
and to protect yourself.
Yeah, right. Because when you have more muscle, right, you're less prone to injury. When you have more range of motion, more mobility,
you have better control over yourself. Where you say you want to land, that's where you land, and you land with the care that you want to land with. But being bigger, I can roll on the floor right now, but it'll be like don't, and like you don't know. You don't know like how that's going to impact you in the morning. And so we don't want that. So no, but I love your videos. I love your videos. When you started posting what is it, Pokage or Pokage, like when you started doing that, I was like, if that's not the melding, like the melting pot of like who you are and what you do, like just it was like a symbiotic. It was very Venom. It was like we are Pokage. Like we, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it worked so well. I was like, this is so dope, and you're just like free and having a good time. I fuck with your videos. I was like, I love those.
Thank you. And it really warms my heart to hear when people say that, because it's the reason I do them. I was inspired by somebody. And so I want to be able to do that same thing for other people, because it gave me something so valuable. It really, really, like, I'm a real fucking type of person anyway.
Right.
But it gave me some more fucking, like, on top.
No, for sure.
Certain things. Shout out to Miss Fuqua. She posted a picture with her fupa out.
Come on.
She posted her picture with her fupa out. And I was like, damn, she looks great. That was like not, and her fupa. It was, damn, she looks great. Full stop.
Right.
And I was like, I need to embrace myself this way. She looked amazing. And I look amazing. Okay. Let's do this. And that was the beginning of like the full hug. Like I had started the hug being someone that had started pole, but to actually like post pictures and
yeah.
the way that I look,
because you can do that all day. You can do that all day, but showing people what you do,
yes. She really inspired me to like go full force with sharing that and sharing so much of what my figure looks like. Growing up, I was pretty fit. I played a lot of sports. I was always active. I was moving around all the time. And then when I got older, I started taking birth control.
Oh yeah, that turns your hormones all upside down and around, and
all upside down and around. You take that and you couple that with the fact that I was out of high school and not on a college team, so I wasn't exercising the same way.
Right.
I was not eating the same way. I was outside. I had money. I could eat out. I could do this,
right,
whatever. And my hormones are jacked up, and my intake is terrible. Which created, a change in relationship with my body. And it was a journey. It was a long journey.
Yeah.
We've had some ups and downs, some thises and some that's. And to be where I am now, to be able to fully embrace myself, still knowing that there are things that I want to grow towards and maybe even change, is huge. And if I'm doing that authentically, I want to be able to inspire other people to do that in themselves as well. Right.
That's where I'm at.
That's honestly like where the fuck it comes from. Yeah. I love your fupa dances.
People been telling me to bring them back.
Please, because I be doing them with you. I be behind the screen like, and I do fupa dances with myself, and I didn't even really realize that that's what's going on. But it just be so like,
yeah, that just came out of like me being at work, and like I'll be in the bathroom like washing my hands, and I'll look in the mirror like, huh. I was like, one day I was just like making a video, and I was just like, and we gon' get it in the bathroom, and we go, and I was just like, huh, why don't you just post it? Because like at this point, like you can't choose what's viral. You can't choose because if you could, everybody would be viral. Nobody would be, all their videos would be viral. Nobody would be going to work because they'll be making viral videos that make them money and all that kind of stuff, right? So I was just like, I hold on to a lot of stuff. I hold on to a lot of content. I hold on because I'm like, nobody wants to see this, but I'm like, why does it care what people want to see? I put out what I want, like, and so I started putting this out, and I was like, let's put music on it, and then I would just put like, I never had music in mind. Every now and again, I would have a song.
Your own ditties, just
yeah, like just my own ditties. But because I put music on it, you can't hear me do it, right? Because it's in there. You just can't hear me do it because I put music over it. But every blue moon, I'll have like my headphones in, and I'll hear music, and I'll be dancing to the music. So then I'll find that music of the clip, and then I'll put it in there. And then I started doing stuff like if I wore Lilo and Stitch like clothes or a certain character clothes, I was like, I'll put their theme music on it because it just seemed like it'll be fun. And people been telling me to like bring it back, and I was like, I was like, I didn't even really think about it because I don't have a mirror like that anymore. That's like, you can see that part of me. But I was like, maybe I can get creative and just be on my bathtub, like down, and just do something. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to like, you feel me? Something. So like, cause like people said that they have fun with it. So I'm like, let me like get back into doing that. Cause it was fun for me too. And, but like I'm trying to step into a space within myself because just like you, it's so weird how similar we are. It's crazy. Just like you, like I grew up I grew up an outdoor kid. I grew up I was a cheerleader in middle school. Like I was like a professional one. Like we went to competitions, like tumbling, all that type of stuff. Like no, like for real, like splits, all that type of stuff. Like I really thought I would go to like college for it, but when I got to high school, because I was a different shape than everybody else. And they were telling me like, come join the cheerleading. Like we knew you were, come like audition. And I was just like, yeah, don't nobody look like me. So, and like, that's like one thing from high school I do regret. Like I probably should have kept up with that. It would have kept the body looking nice, but that's fine. I swam as a kid. I was on a swim team. Like So like I have it, like I have the athleticism within me. Like I went to basketball camp for 3 years. Like I did all kind of stuff. I grew up with boys, so all we did was run around. Like I didn't have any girls my age, like because I didn't have any sisters from my mom technically, but like I didn't have like any sisters, so I didn't have like, I was always out and about and moving and dance class, doing this, all the kind of stuff. So like, you know, got to a point where like eating and watching TV got real fun. And I was already like a built person. Like in elementary, I was no, like for real, like my body developed quite quickly as a kid. And like I was a beast in elementary school. Like I grew, like I was like my friends would be like in my arms, like they were little boys, and I was like a big girl, like, and not even like big size, but like I was tall. Like I was taller than like everybody in elementary. So like, and my body was already kind of thick.
The whole time, taller than everybody, thicker than everybody. When I hit, when you finally weren't the tallest person in your class,
shit, 7th grade. It was when I got to middle school where I started seeing a diversity in like people, period. Like, mind you, I went to all black schools for the most part, but like, you know, there'd be a touch of white people, but you know, mostly all black schools. And then so, but when it came to like variations in height, I was like, I didn't know people this tall existed. I thought it was just like, because for a long time, I thought I was tall. I wasn't. It's just that people, I shot up quicker than everybody else. So I wasn't really tall because I'm only like, what, 5'5.5". Like I'm not tall at all. Like I like
taller than that. I thought I was giving you like 5'8".
Girl, I wish. I had to go into the mic for that one. I wish. No, I just shot up quicker than everybody. And then I got tall first and then stopped first. Like stopped so quick. And then, you know, I've always been like a healthy like girl. Even when I was thinner, I was like a healthy girl, big girl. Like I developed immediately. So I went from having nothing to having something, like literally overnight.
Puberty didn't go slow. It said we here.
No, puberty was like, wake up. It's time. Puberty was Rafiki. It just time. Like,
did you see the third Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Remember when they were shooting through the shit and their faces was all like,
no, yeah. Puberty shot me through hyperspeed, like for real. So like, you know, and that was weird growing up with like grown men being like, hey, like type of, because my body was built like an adult, and I was in elementary, and that's just kind of weird. So like, you have a skewed version of your body, right? Like I was afraid of my body for a long time, and that fear turned into like disrespect of my body. So I just kept eating, and I didn't work out, and I didn't do these things, and like, but I love to dance, and I love to do, you know, choreography and do all this kind of stuff. And so now as I got older, I got to a point where I was like, okay, you have to settle in yourself in this body, because it won't matter if you lose 50 to 100 pounds and get the body that you want. You're still going to be that little fat girl on the inside, and you won't be able to like live your life. So I got to a point where I started to like, I guess I hate this terminology, but it works. Understand my power. I hate that terminology, but you feel me? It makes me cringe. It's so cringe, but it actually makes sense. Like to me, it actually makes sense. Like it's why people say it, and it's like that's that shit about growing up. Like you be like, my mom used to say this dumb shit. Now I grow up, I'm like, she right, like it's cool. It makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So me stepping into that and being like, okay, the only person that I gotta show out for is me. And if anybody else sees it, then they see it. And if they don't like it, that's on them. I love it, right? So I had to like change my like 20 years of mind frame, right? 20 years of like the world telling me that like fat is ugly and skinny is cute, when if you think about it, most of the time you can be fat and beautiful, you can be fat and ugly, you can be skinny and beautiful, you can be skinny and ugly. Like it's not just subjective to like body type, period. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of factors that go into that, and but people don't tell you that, and the media definitely don't tell you that. No, so it took me a long time.
The word fat socially is synonymous with bad. It is a negative word, when actually it's an adjective.
Let me ask you this. Have you encountered being truthful with someone, and I'm gonna give you an example, but I'm just saying, have you ever encountered being truthful with someone and you can see their own perceived like knowledge?
Absolutely.
Example. I've talked to people before, multiple people. I'm not gonna put it on one person. I've talked to multiple people, and I'm starting to like live in my truth and being honest with myself and all that kind of stuff. And I will go, I just really need to lose weight. I'm just tired of like having this stomach. I want like a tighter stomach, tighter arms. You're beautiful. I didn't say I was ugly.
I sure didn't. Sure didn't.
I just said I need to lose weight. Mm-hmm. But that's that perceived that fat is ugly. I'm fat is not beautiful.
Like this. I'm gonna give it to you like this. I have said to people, some, I'm a fat person. Some, because I am fat. Doesn't matter if I call myself fat. If I say that I am a fat person, oh, you're not fat, bitch. Who are we lying to? Who are we lying to? Because you're not lying to me. You're lying to yourself. Are you? But
also, why are you lying to me?
I'm not a bad person. So I'm not fat. I am not an invaluable person. Therefore, I am not fat. These are the things that people associate with the word fat.
Fat, yeah, and they don't even realize it. And again, it's society. It's how like they indoctrinate like bigger people. But like just because I say I'm fat, don't mean I'm a bad person. Don't mean I'm an ugly person. It honestly don't even mean I'm a sad person. It literally just means I was fat. That's all that means.
Just like I am black,
I'm fat. Black and fat. Dang, maybe I should change my Instagram name to Black.
Just give us a hashtag. Give us a hashtag.
Oh yeah, hashtag Black and Fat. Yeah. I wouldn't even know what I'm about to do that. That might be my new hashtag for everything I put on there. Black and Fat.
Let's go.
Love it.
Go.
We'll continue.
Did we meet on Instagram or at BlurredCon?
We met on Instagram and then the first time at BlurredCon. Yeah. You were like, I was sitting at the table and you were sitting at the table with your friend and you were like, I know you, don't I? And I was like, I don't know. Because people in real life don't look like they look like on, which is weird. But people.
And I remember when you said that. I remember you saying that.
Because they don't look the same, but it's like you look the same, but you don't look the same. So I'm just like, I don't know, I don't know. And you were like, you're friends with Lucia, and I was like, yeah. And you were like, and you said your name, and I was like, you are. I was like, I need context. Right. I need context. You feel me? Once I get the context, I'm there. I'm like, I'm fine. But yeah, so it was like Instagram, then it was BlurredCon because it was just weird. It was my first BlurredCon. It was just weird seeing people in real life that you see online. And I was just like,
that is always weird to see people for the first time in real life because you're all this shit is fake. I mean, it's real, but it's fake.
No, for sure.
So you have everyone has a certain perception in their mind. With it is whatever you built, and it doesn't have to be too far off kilter, but what it's not is in person. Therefore, what you think meets up with what actually it is.
Come on. You better preach now, hey. Come on. Take me to church.
Oh, I thought.
Different. Hello. But it was nice that like who you are online, just from the bits that I saw, because I didn't see a lot. You know what I mean? It was like a quick like, oh, this person she's black, she plus size, or however you want to. I don't know how you label yourself.
I accept that is acceptable.
Because I say plus size for myself, and I say fat too. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, it's me. I'm just saying whatever the fuck I want. You feel me? So I'm like, she black. I'm like, she black. She plus size. I said, she wear glasses. I said, this bitch me. I said, why wouldn't I like her? I'm like, she do anime? She's like a nerd? Come on. Why wouldn't I follow back? Like,
oh, very similar and
it doesn't make sense not to. You know what I mean? Like, it's so when I saw you at BlurredCon, I was like, oh. Once you said your name, though, I was like, because I don't be knowing. Because I feel like I have like facial blindness. because sometimes I can remember faces, I can't remember names, but I feel like I have facial blindness. But if you tell me like, oh, I'm so and so, I'll be like, oh yeah, you were that person that I've seen. Hey. Yeah.
For me, it's like once I have regular interaction with someone, I got it.
There it is.
I've seen your handle before. I might need to look at what photo you have on Instagram, or we have to, again, retelling of the interaction, like how do we know each other? There's so much access, and you see so many people. And even like when you go to make a username, like my shit say Jiggly Senpai 3. What the fuck is 3? You know what it is? It's somebody was already Jiggly Senpai. So motherfuckers be having similar screen
same names. Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. But I will say in the same vein, like you are the same in person. You are the same person you present yourself to be. And I love that when I meet people who I have, met online and experienced their online persona, when they are the same or even better in terms of how they portray themselves. And when I say better, I just mean, again, we've built our perception based on what we've seen. And there's even more here that I enjoy about you that didn't even come through online.
Right.
Because there's nothing like the human and person to person interaction.
Oh man, yeah. Like, yeah. I mean, I grew up in an era, which I mean, you did too. I mean, I don't think we that far. I don't think we that far in age.
For a year apart.
Yeah, I'm about to say I don't think we that far in age at all. I think I've had that conversation with you about. I think I was talking to you about how I was thinking about moving to LA. And I think we started talking about age and all that type of stuff. So yeah, I was like, you definitely not that far away from me in age. So, but it's like, we grew up in an era where like that's how we made friends. Right? Was interaction. If I didn't meet you, I don't know you.
Exactly.
And if I didn't meet you through a friend, I really don't know. Like I don't know you. Like. So it wasn't like now we are the era, we are the generation. They created this like MySpace, Tumblr, Vine, YouTube, TikTok, and all the other stuff in between. We created this world. We are the foundation of this world. Like we was doing all this stuff before the kids now are like, this is what we do. And it's like, but like we've been doing this stuff. So like, we remember when like we would have to call somebody and be like, are you home? Can I come visit? Now we could just look on our phone and see where you posted your last picture.
Yeah. Or even directions on how you get to somewhere. Right?
Yeah.
You gotta call somebody and they gotta give you directions to their house. Yeah. They gotta tell you which ways to go, to get off the street, turn left.
And you gotta write that down because you couldn't stay on the phone with them because we didn't have cell phones for a minute.
Nope.
So just be on the phone with somebody, and then after a while, it went from like them having to tell you to Yahoo being like, "We got you with the Google Maps. We got you with that Yahoo Maps."
Pages a piece of
you feel me?
Motherfucking map quest.
And shout out to them for being like, just print the words. I don't need the map, my boy.
Oof.
What I need the map for, even though I can't read a map. Shout out to reading the map. I be trying to tell people
you learn how to read a map. Because I know how to read a map too. Where'd you learn how to read a map?
I learned how to read a map like in two ways. One was from my grandfather because he used to have a map in his glove compartment, and I'm like, "Sir, where are we venturing to with this map, sir? Like them '90s movie maps, like."
What was it? A Goofy movie?
No, like put that bitch in the mirror, like you could like, and you had to scrunch it back up and fold that bitch, put it back in the glove part. Like so, I used to play with those, and then after a while, like I would be like, oh, okay, this is based on that number matches this number, and that's the road we're on. And then if you Yahoo Google Map enough, you figure out how to read a map, like. At least in a small area. But if you can read a map in a small area, you can read a map in a big area. You just gotta take your time.
Yeah.
What about you?
I was a pizza delivery driver in college.
Come on, listen.
And we had this book
that'll do it.
It was sliced up on a grid,
like pizza.
No, like a square pizza.
Okay.
Like a square pizza. But there was a grid, and you had to again match this side with this side. That's where I'm going. Right down the streets. Figure out the da-da-da.
And
take off.
Yippers. Come on
And the
now.
better you learn the neighborhood, the easier it was to not have to
No,
go into detail. But oh
come on.
boy, reading a map. I'm actually pretty good with directions now because of that.
Yeah, I'm pretty like I'm still not like I can't. I'm gonna be honest. I tell people this all the time. I can't be like. So what you gonna do is you gonna go down to Quinder. You gonna make a left. When you make that left, you go down 2 blocks. You gonna hit Lasher. And when you hit Lasher, you gonna. I can't do none of that stuff. But I can be like, where you at?
Yeah.
What's around? What's around you? Okay, this is what you do. I can stay on the phone with you. This is what you do. Go down till you see that gas station. You see it. It's Sunoco, right? Make a right there. I can get you there. And every blue moon, you might get a street or like a service drive or something for me. But most of the time, it's by location. It's by location.
You are turned by the old forked tree.
Come on. Bro. You see that tree with the bark half off? That's the tree that you make a left at. If you don't see that tree, you ain't there yet. Like, listen, I'm like that country direction because I grew up like my family country. So, like, Georgia, Tennessee, like my family country. Mm-hmm. So, like, I know that country direction.
Yeah.
That I do up here in the Midwest, but still, because my mom was like, Lashnet, you need to know more. You need to know more ways. And I'm just like, I know multiple ways. My mama put that in our head. You need to know multiple ways to go somewhere and to get back. And that's the way I live my life. Like my mom, shout out. That's what I say. Shout out to my mom. She ain't gonna see this, but shout out to my mom. Just because she was the one who she like taught me how to drive at a young age before we could drive. Illegal, but it's she still taught me how to drive. So I got my license and my stuff. First round. She didn't have to try a couple times because my mom already showed me. You know what I'm saying? She showed me how to like get around my city. She, because we still had to walk home, so she had to make sure that we knew how to get home. Mm-hmm. She showed I knew my social security number, my address, my phone number, like in elementary.
Wow.
Because she was like, you go know your stuff. Mm-hmm. So if anything happens to you, if anybody asks you anything, you know your address, you know your phone number, you know the things that you need to know.
Yeah.
And so like to this day,
that's a wild one for me.
Man, to this day, somebody asked me, I know my old phone number like decades ago.
Wow. I do not remember my old phone numbers. Not at all. But I've also had I've had this phone number for probably close to like 10, maybe 12 years. Somewhere in between.
Honestly, I've had my phone number since 9th grade. So every phone
I had like five phones.
No, I got my first phone in like middle school. And my mom, because my mom was like,
your first phone? What
it was a Nokia.
Oh, the brick?
The brick, baby. The brick. Play Snake on that bad boy. You understand me? Play some Snake. You gotta hit them numbers multiple times to get it to turn. Listen, for a long time, all I got was Nokia phones. Me and Nokia, you thought we had a love affair. Do you understand me? That's all I had was Nokia phones. And then when I got to 9th grade, my mom was like, okay, you need like a phone. You need another phone. And so I ended up getting a Samsung. Never looked back. Never looked back. So 9th grade was the start of Nokia. What's up?
We have not introed the podcast and definitely been talking for 30 minutes.
That's hilarious.
Thanks for rocking with us. I hope you've been enjoying the conversation. This is an episode of Senpai and Friends with my girl, BlackGirlMarvel.
What up?
AKA.
Can you say it?
Flashing it.
Hey, turn on. You better. Legal. Your brain was like, let me. It's not M.
Wait a minute.
It comes before M. It's L. That's me.
Got it. That's me. BlackGirlMarvel in the house.
What up, y'all?
I invited her on the show because, as you can see, she's a fucking delight. But also she be on her page and in them panel streets talking about some real shit. And I love it. The first time, and actually the only time I had the pleasure of attending your panel, I was very riled up and inspired. talking about Black representation across media is so freaking important, and I don't think it's loud, but I don't think it's loud enough.
Come on.
We are, however, making waves. I like to see that some of the more popular games and game developers are really like pushing forward, making a wider range of options when creating characters.
Yep.
So that people can design their characters to look more realistic, whether it's like themselves or like
or their environment,
right?
Yeah, their environment.
I want to be able to pick the Black girl and to be able to customize her in a way that suits me.
It ain't all Timmys and fades and froze.
It's not,
because they love doing that. Shout out to Hogwarts Legacy, because I feel like Hogwarts Legacy was one of the first, not the only, but it's the one that's popping up in my mind right now because it's the game that I played. But shout out to Hogwarts Legacy for being like, yo, we have a wide range of color, so let's have a wide range of like not only color but hairstyles.
Yes,
because you can get a fade, you can get a fro, you can get braids, you can get twists, and then also I want to explain to people too, quote unquote white hairstyles in these games. Black people wear them styles too. Like it's I've seen girls with like the bangs and the bowl cuts and the shorts and stuff like that. We wear all the hairstyles too, but also it's some of us that wear braids that have puffs like like Jiggly Senpai has. Like we needed more of that. So excuse me. Also, I want to point out too that I didn't just talk about Black people. I did BIPOC. So I brought all the colors. I brought all the browns, all the browns and the blacks.
All the melanins. Come on over.
Because as much as people want to separate us, and as much as people within those communities want to continue to separate us from Black people, we all actually in the same pot. Don't nobody care about us, like all of us as a whole. So like I'll talk about all of us. Don't nobody care about us. Yes, just being honest.
Oh boy, no, you're right. And there are certain social constructs in place to try and disguise that.
Yeah, and that's quite irritating. And it's because it's always disheartening. I'll say it's irritating still, but I'll still say for me it's disheartening when I see people of color, and when I say people of color, I mean like Asians, Indians, any type of Native American. I'm sorry if I'm getting any terminology wrong. Let me know. I always try to like better myself with terminology. That goes out to everybody. That goes to you, Jiggly. That goes to like everybody. I'm always trying to better represent people the way that they want to be represented, because it's not how I remember doing it. It's how you want to be represented. If tomorrow I want to be known as, Shabangaboo, y'all got to call me that, because that's what I want. You know what I'm saying? That's my choice. Yes, so I respect whatever people want to say, but I'm just saying the terminologies that I know now. Correct me if I'm wrong. But like, it's very disheartening when I see other people of color separate themselves specifically from Black people. Because it just goes into what colorism, it goes into a white mentality, it just goes into like that kind of like white patriarchy that's already been set up to push Black people aside. Like everybody takes from us, and nobody gives to us. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's literally like we're still getting stripped of ourselves, and then we're supposed to thank people for stripping us of it because I put it on the map for you. Okay, but I've been doing it. Why I ain't get put on the map? And I just want all people of color, regardless if you think you people of color or not, because some of them don't. Okay. We all in the same. We all in the same boat. Don't nobody care about y'all, but only us. We only care about y'all.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying.
Word.
Saying.
That's got me like in a
hold on, the vibe. I didn't hear the music, but the vibe.
Oh yeah, the lo-fi in the back.
I love a little lo-fi though. Like, come on.
Like the ambient music, because you know what I'm saying, in moments like that where you just say like some profound shit and I'm stuck thinking about what you just said, and like the how did you get so what set you on this path? I want to know that, because
Honestly,
you every time you get to talking your shit, you make me think, and
I
I can
dig
think
it.
in a bunch of different directions. But like, where did that come from? How did you get so passionate about this?
I don't know. I just think I got to a point where I was just tired, and because like my platform for the most part is like is anime and movies and TV shows, and let's have fun. I don't like politics. I kind of like don't let politics seep in. That doesn't mean I don't know politics a little bit. I mean, I don't know as much as I probably need to like know, but like I'm not like unknowledgeable in like politics. But I don't like to go there because everybody goes there, and I'll let y'all have that. I want to bring the fun. I want people to have a good time. I want to, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we need more of that. But every now and again, she gets annoyed, okay, and she has to vocalize some things. But then I was thinking to myself, like, I've been watching TV and film for a long, long time. A lot of what I've seen. Of course, I grew up on the black shows, but I also grew up on the white shows. And the white shows dominated for a long time. Not to say you didn't have like, you know, like the game and Girlfriends and certain shows that like beefed up, you know, like black awareness and black people and black women, black men, stuff like that. But it was like the Dawson's Creeks and the One Tree Hills and the Charmed and like that Buffy, Angel, that shit dominated.
Yeah.
Like, and it still kind of do to this day.
There's hardcore fandoms behind those things.
And I love those shows. Don't get it twisted. I could talk to you about Charmed all day. I might be a walking book of shadows. You feel me? I love that show. That's one of the shows that I grew up on.
Yes, very
But
much.
I also grew up on Family Matters and Living Single and Martin and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So like, I was like, it went from us having a little chunk of that to having none of it. And I was just like, yo, that's kind of wild, because I never stopped watching TV. I never stopped watching movies. And it just got to a point where I was just like, we don't have spaces to talk. Yeah. We don't have spaces to vibe. We don't have spaces to be like, this makes me mad or this makes me happy. We don't have those spaces. So I was like, let me throw my hat in the ring with BlurCon to see, because one, she couldn't afford the ticket. But, you know, if I could save, you know, $70 because I had to fly out there, I was like, let me see if I can do a panel.
Yeah.
And I was like, what can I talk about? And I was like, what's something that I can physically talk about for hours if they gave me hours? How? Like, what could I talk about? And I was like, I could talk about not so much the anime side of it, because I need to beef myself up on that, but movies and television with black people, got that on lock all day. But also, let's dig a little deeper. And then that's where it kind of came from. I was like, let's dig a little deeper. I could talk about these shows, but let's go deeper into how it's changing, how the climate is changing, how more black people are becoming developers, how more black people are becoming executive producers and writers and storytellers. And, you know, we getting Jordan. I want to work with Jordan Peele so bad. It makes my blood boil, because I feel like he's the director. He's my director. I feel like if I met him, it would take the thoughts that I have, the energy that I have, to another level. I'm gonna put that into the universe forever until it happens. Because what he's doing for like black cinema and just like sci-fi. I love sci-fi and fantasy. I grew up on the Hercules and the Xenas and Legend of the Seekers. And
tell me this. How do you feel about the introduction of black characters into lore like House of Dragon and Lord of the Rings?
I love it because it's fantasy. Let's first off, none of this stuff is like documented things. Yeah, it's fantasy. And to assume that black people ain't everywhere, or at least people of color, right? Because it ain't always black. You ain't always black if you're a person of color. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like it's weird to think that brown and black people didn't exist across the entire world when we were shipped everywhere. Yeah. And then we would have children, and those children would live in these lands, and they would have children, and they would spread out and branch out. So why can't this elf be black, baby, or brown, or I don't understand. I love it because as a brown girl myself, black girl, however you want to slice me, it's like watching me on screen. Mm-hmm. You know, we don't get to see ourselves in the sci-fi space. And when we do, we're creatures.
Yes, purple.
Or you feel me? That's why I say any character you see that's a color, they black off rip. Because 9 out of 10, even their mannerisms be kind of like black, or you know, somebody that got like a little bit more sauce to them than most people. You know what I mean? But like I think people are weird when they get mad about stuff like that. I think people are weird when they get mad that the Little Mermaid is black. I think people are weird. And then they always want to be like, well, if Shaft was white, I said it wouldn't be the same movie, would it?
No, it wouldn't.
Because what he overcoming, I don't understand. Mm-hmm. If Malcolm X was, it wouldn't be the same movie, would it? You might as well call it Reagan or something. What the fuck are we talking about? Like, people make these like general, like people make these like statements and they don't think about it, but all they're trying to do is like incite some type of hurt.
The same as if you did a biopic about Abraham Lincoln and he was black. That just doesn't read correctly.
It doesn't. And I would be one of the first to be like, hold the phone. That was a white man.
Yes.
Because if Abraham Lincoln was black, that's a different movie. That's a different film.
An Asian person. He's Zorro.
It
is characteristic to the portrayal that this remains it. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of things where it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And honestly, in fantasy, sci-fi and fantasy, which are things that are made the fuck up, it doesn't matter. Which is why people always get annoyed. Like, what was that? I think it was Ridley Scott came out with a film, I think like either last year or year before, called The Last Duel. Mm-hmm. And it was like medieval, took place in medieval times. Like the garments looked amazing. I think like Adam Driver was in it. And I love me some Adam Driver. You feel me? And I'm like, ooh. But part of me was like, I'm good on seeing that because I'm tired of seeing medieval movies with a whole bunch of white people in it. Mm. Because why? This ain't like a story that was, I read this book. And this was in a book, and these is what these people look like, and we have these pictures and things like this. You created a fantasy story. Mind you, Ridley Scott is already troubling with some of the stuff that he said, but you know, I digress. But what I'm saying is that like people are like, well, it's the times, you know. It just no. I created this.
If you get historical about it, is it okay? So is it fantasy or is it a historical portrayal?
Exactly.
If it's a historical portrayal, we was there. The melanins were there.
We was, and we wasn't always peasants cleaning up behind people. So when I watch stuff and we are kings and queens and we are like on a throne where we started, mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that we can't be peasants. I'm not saying we can't clean up behind people, but we ain't gotta always be that.
It ain't the only
thing we did.
It ain't the only.
Because honestly, people gonna hate me when I get to a position where I can start because my goal in life is to be a writer, an actor, then a writer, director.
Talk about that some more.
What, the acting?
Yeah, the actor, writer, director. Talk about that.
Oh, like that's what I want to be. That's who. Not even that. That's who I am. I'm a storyteller.
Wait a minute. You're great at telling stories.
Thank you.
You are.
I appreciate that. But I do stand up too, so like I'm good at like the
word. You do stand up?
Yeah.
Why don't we know this?
Because I think I posted a little bit on Instagram, but I haven't really posted like anything. Mind you, when I do stand up, nobody that I know comes. Like my family don't come. Nobody comes, so I don't have footage. But I said what I was gonna do.
Hey guys, we're gonna get our tripod, okay? So get in the DM, figure it out. Needs a tripod.
Mm-hmm. So I want to get me like a go bag that has all my stuff in it.
We need to be able to see it. We need to see
it. Because I said I was gonna start just being like unapologetic about my content and unapologetic about capturing my life the way that I want it captured, because I don't have people that show up like that. I don't have people that show up. And again, this is no slight to any of my family, any of my friends or anything. Most of my friends are online people or they don't live in the same state as me. So I don't really have like in-state friends. And the in-state friends that I do have are few and far between.
They're so similar.
Very much so. That's probably why we linked up and we, like I was disappointed when I came to LA and I didn't see you because I was like, because I didn't think about it, right? Because I'm always like, I don't want to burden people. I didn't think about it. And then you were like, you were in LA, you were in LA, you didn't tell me, and I was like, I'm sorry, I apologize. Next time I'm there, you'll be the first to know, and you will be the next time I decide to go. You will be the first person that I contact.
Yeah, we're gonna stop thinking we're a burden, though. We're gonna stop.
No, that's hard, baby. She's been working on that for quite some time. She's working on it.
We're gonna help support that, friends.
That. But that's the way I want my life to go. Like I do stand up. I'm an actor. I audition for things. I want to be. I write now. I still write. Like
What do you like to write?
Oh, I live in the sci-fi fantasy world, which people think is weird that I haven't seen Game of Thrones yet or any of that. So, because I want to watch it as like I want to do reaction videos to it. I feel like it would be good content.
It would be, and you should. And
I am
fun.
I am, and if I'm being honest, I watched like the first episode of Game of Thrones, and I fell asleep so hard. But people keep telling me you got to get past that first season.
So check it, right? I don't even remember because I didn't watch Game of Thrones the rest of the world. Mm-hmm. I was not interested in Game of Thrones, and it went, pretty much under the radar. People about work were talking about it one year, like the building was themed for Game of Thrones, but I was just like, whatever. But I listened to a podcast weekly, mm-hmm. and she was always talking about Game of Thrones and making references. And the last season was about to come out, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just binge it.
Wash your mind, didn't you? Listen, I know
an entire whole fan. Like, I cannot wait for the next season of House of Dragon to come out. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm it's on my list. Like I actually was gonna start watching because like my cousin, she bought like she like it's like because like when Game of Thrones came out, I didn't have HBO. Like at that time, HBO was like a delicacy. Like I couldn't afford HBO, so I couldn't afford HBO. So my cousin was like, "I got the first season. Come over to the house." Got you. It's like, come over to the house. Let's watch it. And I'm like, okay. And I could never make it over there because she lives a distance. So I was like, baby, I can't do this. But now that it's on HBO, you feel me? Now it's on Max. I'm like, you know what? She considered her computer. I can screen record the thing and like edit it up. Because I think it'll be good reaction, but I also feel like I'm gonna like it. Cause I was like, it got dragons. It takes place in like a medieval type of world. I'm a big fan of like Arthur and Merlin and all the knights, all that kind of stuff. I'm a big fan of all that type of stuff.
Cold, wet, dank castle walls.
You feel me? Moss on the side of the building. You gotta have moss. Yep. If you don't have moss, it's not authentic.
You gotta have the moss.
So I've been a fan of all that type of stuff, and that's literally where that's what I write. I write sci-fi fantasy stuff. I have such ideas, and just like Jordan Peele, because he's my mentor, he doesn't even know it. Okay, obsessed with this man.
Yo, tag Jordan Peele.
Come on, just like Jordan Peele, white people will not star in my films. They can be in them. They won't star in my films because if what's his name? If Tim Burton can say that he don't cast black people, and Ridley Scott can say he don't care about casting white people as the gods of Egypt and the things that he's done, I'm only gonna cast black people as the lead of my stuff.
Yeah, okay. and ain't mad at it because y'all got everything else. You don't have to have this.
And that'd be my thing too, because a lot of people online love to be like, we ain't got nothing. And then when we do have something, y'all come and snatch it and be like, well, it's ours now. But like, the thing that irritates me most is when people are like, well, if a white person did that, y'all been doing it. Y'all been doing it. But now it's a problem when we do it.
It's a problem when we do largely anything.
Anything. We breathe. How dare you breathe? Breath. Like, we can't even buy chicken nuggets without some white people getting mad at us and trying to smack us and do some stupid stuff, calling the cops.
I won't get too far into it, but I will say that there are some people who it's difficult when they don't realize how ignorant they are.
It is. Those are the people I just walk away from. I'm like, you know what? You have a good day.
I
can't.
You don't know how wrong that was, and I can't do this with you right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do this with you right now.
Mm-hmm. You know, I try to have, like, my thing is this. I'm down for, like, discussions, civil discourse. If you want to have a debate about anything, I'm down for it. Let's be respectful. But the moment you go into talking about my weight, the fact that I'm a fat black whatever, I beat you. I won this argument.
Yeah, because you're not on the intellectual level.
Because you're not anymore. I have no problem with that. But then also, if you're not open to what a person says and you're just waiting to react to what they say, then you weren't a part of this conversation in the first place, and you're never going to be a part of the solution.
Oof.
So I'll just leave you where you stand.
Yeah.
Girl, you know how much I get into arguments with people on Instagram?
I can't. I was deleting comments off of a post yesterday because the initial comment was hateful and spawned so many other engagements, like and at least 100 other comments where people just started being mean and nasty to each other. And I was like, this isn't even constructive, like, conversation.
Right.
Just slinging mud. Nah, delete. All of y'all can go. This is with it. I'm not fostering a toxic environment. If y'all want to have healthy discussion,
I'm here for it.
We're not about to start doing the bullshit.
I'm really lucky, and I pray that it stays this way. But I'm really lucky that because I stream on Twitch and I have a Discord, I haven't had that. And the moment, also, I have buzzwords that I have set up on my Twitch and on my Discord that you can't say certain words. So you can't say, like, you can't say bitch. You can't say, like, nigger, or, you know, I don't think you can say nigga, honestly. And like, I say nigga, but, like, I don't even want to foster that in my stuff.
Yeah.
For that to be so it doesn't become something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, find a new word.
Yeah.
The human language is vast. Find a new word. Go to the Webster's dictionary. Turn a page. Find a new synonym. Something like that. I don't know to find a new word. But, like, I don't foster that type of stuff. And I'm quick to, like, call somebody out on something. I'm quick to be like, you don't even understand your own bias. And the moment I see that the conversation ain't going nowhere, I say, have a good day.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk to a brick wall.
No, we're not.
Talk to a brick wall.
Because I look crazy. And what I'm not gonna do is let me look crazy. You understand me? Because I look nuts doing that. No, ma'am. Oh, I love your shirt, by the way. I'm gonna tell you that like 3 years ago.
Thank you. So I want you to go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you, where they can follow you, how they can get into your Discord. Give us the plug. Where can we find you?
All right, y'all. Listen up and listen up good. Okay. I'm on all social media as BlackGirlMarvel. That's all of them. That's the Twitter. That's the Instagram. That's the Facebook. Everywhere you look, just type in BlackGirlMarvel. You shall find me. All the TikToks and all that type of stuff. You can, if you go to my Instagram page, BlackGirlMarvel, you will see a link. Honestly, my link should be on all my pages. But you should see my link tree. My link tree has everything. So if you want to come join me on my Discord is on there. All my other links to all my other social media in there. If you want to drop a girl a donation, because she broke out here not for long. Because we speak life.
Hey, we
don't speak death.
Gotta get that tripod, y'all. Gotta get that tripod.
You feel me? We speak life. We don't speak death. You know what I mean? But any support helps. I always tell people I have like over 1,000 followers on Instagram. If everybody just sent me $1, I could pay rent. I mean, I could pay my note for a couple of months. If everybody just send me $1, you know what I mean? And that person,
Cash App the same.
Cash App is the same. BlackGirlMarvel, Venmo, BlackGirlMarvel. Listen, we're branded.
No spaces.
No spaces, baby. We branded out here. BlackGirlMarvel on everything. That's gonna be my name for my brother created that name for me. So it's a name because I was looking for a name for Instagram and he was like, He was like, I'm like, help me, because like names are important to me. Even when I name my avatar on games, I'd be like, I'd be taking like 3 years trying to figure out a name. And he was like, BlackGirlMarvel. It's like Black Girl Magic, but Marvel, because you like Marvel and stuff. And I was like, you clever, okay. And it's been my name the entire time, so I'll never change it. But yeah, just follow me on all social media. I love to have the conversations. Right now, my Discord is popping. People send music in, and I listen to that at work and things like that. And I just try to have a good time. And I have my own podcast as well on Anchor. It's actually, I think it's on Spotify. It's BlackGirlMarvel. Let's talk with BlackGirlMarvel.
What do we talk about on BlackGirlMarvel?
It's all entertainment. It's like movies and TV shows and stuff like that. I got like 2 seasons out. I'm working on my 3rd season right now. I haven't put anything out right now, but because of the strike, I stood with SAG-AFTRA because we don't play them games. Because I want to be a SAG union member. We don't play those games. So, and if I was like a working actor, I would want y'all to stand with me too. So I chose to stand with them. But now that we're back for at least 3 years, she's gonna come out with stuff. Secret Invasion might be my way back in, because that's the first Marvel TV show I've watched since all of this.
Listen, I can't wait till we do that Game of Thrones.
Oh man,
it'll be fun to rewatch.
Yeah, I'm working on that too, because my computer is a little trash, but the editing is kind of slow, but she'll get there. She'll get there. Okay. But yeah. This has been amazing. I like this. I like the vibe of this.
Thank you so much.
I'll come back anytime and talk to you.
Let's go. We'll definitely have you back again.
Maybe we'll have a Game of Thrones type of thing. We're just coming like episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, whatever episodes I don't watch.
All right, let's talk about it. I am Jiggly Senpai 3. If you want to follow me on Instagram or any of my other platforms. Again, like she said, the link tree has all the stuff. Go to the link in my bio, find the link tree. It has all the things and all the stuff. Sometimes I'm doing a show, so look out for tickets here and there. They will be on there as well.
Yeah, because I do want to come to a show. I want to come to a show.
The girl wants to perform at conventions. That's what she really wants.
Honestly, I will be putting that into. I will manifest that. I will try to manifest that for you, because I would love for you to do a show at like BlurCon or something like that. That would be fire. I mean, and this is no offense to anybody that has performed at BlurCon. Some of the performances was like, so I think you getting on stage, giving us a little shake, a little dance, a little vibe. I don't think that's outside the realm of possibility. But
I don't think it's outside the realm. It just needs to come into the space of happening. We got to go from possibility to happening.
Facts. Hey y'all, enough of y'all just contact BlurCon and say you want to see Jiggly Senpai 3.
Tell them.
Shake that jelly up there, baby. Like,
bam.
Petition City.
But yeah, this has been an episode of Senpai and Friends. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you next time. Peace. Bye. Oh, end recording. Hold on there.